The views that are expressed on What's on E Digger's Mind are that of the show's host and does not necessarily reflect the views of BS3 TV Network. Viewer discretion is advised. What is good? What is good? What is good? Good people. That is right. That is right. I am the man that you all know and love, E Digger. That's right. And I'm in the studio. Shout out to the good people at BS3 TV as always. Shout out to you good people who are watching locally and across the country or wherever you may be. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're right here with me. I like that. Today, good people, we're going to talk about a topic that everybody can identify with, it, especially in the arena of live stream podcasting. And that is, don't worry, they are watching. Don't worry, they are watching. The reason why I picked this topic is because over the weekend or this past weekend, or Memorial Day, I'm going to say Memorial Day, I had the pleasure of interviewing a young lady who is an artist. She is a singer-songwriter by the name of Princess Shaw. And, following her and listening to her music, and really getting in-depth information about her, I came to realize what type of person she is. She is a very open, free-spirited, very, very bubbly person. You ever meet those type of people that no negativity is rolling off of them. It's all positive. She has a very big heart, very free spirited, and we had a awesome. And when I say awesome, we had a awesome interview. We had an awesome time just by talking to her and talk about her music, her progression in music, things that she did. But then there was a documentary that was done on her from a person across the country. And when I say across the country, it was in Israel. Now, I don't want to say too much about her in this documentary because I want you to see it for yourselves. I want you to, when you get a chance, people, I want you to watch the documentary because it is out. The documentary is out, and it's called Presenting Princess Shaw. And I'm about to show you the preview or the trailer for it in a moment. But I don't want to say too much because it is a awesome documentary. I had a chance to watch it right after the interview, and it is available right now on YouTube Movies, HBO Max, Hulu, and Tubi. HBO Max, YouTube Movies, Hulu, and Tubi. So make sure you go to any one of those platforms. If you have it, by all means, check it out. But the one thing that really stuck out about this young lady and her progression in this documentary was no matter how many people are watching or you think that are watching, there is someone that is watching. Someone or people that you don't even expect to be watching, they're watching. So I'm going to show this clip if I can, and we'll be right back to talk about it.
March, 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 march. Pause, pose, blow a kiss. Hello, lovers.
Hey, YouTubers, my name is Princess Shaw. Check my YouTube channel and my update videos.
Hello, lovers.
Freestyle singing.
Yeah, I write my own songs. I just want to be successful, man.
Tonight I'll be performing. Please come out and support me.
She's very passionate, love what she's doing. It's Princess Shaw.
How's everyone doing? Well, the ones that are here. DJ, play it.
I wrote a lot of songs. I'm just gonna say what's real.
They took my tires off my car. Really? I've only seen that in the freaking movies.
When you keep trying to have the door slammed in your face 1,000 times, it makes you want to give up.
I had this song that I was kind of working on. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh my God! They said I'm going viral.
This is so awesome.
You take all the pain and all the negative and all the positive and everything, and you put it into songs. That's power.
I never ever imagined that I would be here. I'm freaking out. I still don't believe it. I want to experience this once in my life. If I never do it again, let me do it once. I just pray the Lord has more in store for me. Mom, it reached 1 million views today.
Oh, baby!
Oh, Mom, don't start crying.
And welcome back to the show. That was the trailer for Presenting Princess Shaw. May I encourage you all to watch it. And I'm not just saying this because, you know, I had an opportunity to interview her, but I think that, you know, this documentary, man, it speaks to the heart, you know. Very, very well put together. And it shows the struggles. It shows her strength, her passion, to, you know, not cave into all of that happened to her before and push on. But the most important thing is, and there's two things that I took out of this, and this is why I'm doing this topic. Don't worry, people are watching, or don't worry, they're watching, is because, you know, you never know who's watching. You never know. You never know who may be sitting back, surfing the web, or looking at certain things on the internet and say, man, you know, I like him, or I like her, I like this, and want to support. And also, you know, everything in this documentary I can attest to. There was one point, and like I said, I'm not going to, you know, talk about it a lot because I want you guys to see it. But there's one point, part in the documentary that she went out to perform, and it was only like a couple of people in the room to watch her perform. Now, like I said, I can relate to that because here in Baltimore, you know, I watch artists who, you know, do these showcases and do these shows, and only a handful of people show up, you know. And, you know, these are friends, these are family members, these are loved ones, these are significant others who don't even take the time out to support. And, you know, I watch these guys and girls, you know, performing, and I'm like, man, you know, the passion, the perseverance that they go through just to make it happen. You know, one monkey is not going to stop a show, you know, and no matter if it's 1 or 1,000, they still going to they still going to perform. And that's what I got out of this. And also, like I said, the fact that there was a person in another country that saw her and wanted to help. You know, I used to struggle with that. I used to struggle with that, people. Like, when I started into this thing, in this arena, this broadcast, live stream, podcast, whatever you may call it, I struggled with that because I wanted to be seen. And I noticed that every time when I was live, I was only getting like one person, two people, three people. And I was like, man, what is I'm doing wrong? Is I'm doing everything right. I'm making sure that everything looks good. And I got upset, and I took to Facebook, and I was venting. I was ranting every chance that I could get. And a person, and this is not the first time this person or people have said this to me. It's not how many people that are watching. It is who that's watching. It's not how many people that's watching. You could have one person. You could have two people, three people. It don't matter. They took the time to watch you. They took the time to listen at you. They took the time, so you must be doing something good. And when they told me this, I said, okay. But then when I was still doing my thing, and I was starting to get interaction, I was starting to get, people involved. And then it was coming back to the ones and the twos, and I wanted more. I wanted at least 20 people, to watch and interact. And I got frustrated, and and that's when the person came back, or people was coming back and said, somebody is watching you. Somebody is watching you. And the craziest thing is, when I did the interview, and she's a part of she's the label mate. She signed to an independent label, United World Media Group. I had to get that. I had to think about that. And shout out to my man Derek. And he called me, and he said, "Man, you doing something good, man. You doing something good." And just those words of encouragement to tell me that I am doing something good. And one thing that he said, that if I didn't take anything else from what he said to me that day after the interview, he said, it don't matter how many people that's watching. It's who that watched. And it is just coming around and just, hitting you back in the head, or the head smacking you in the face. That same thing that other people were saying to you, it just hit you. It just came around and just smacked you in the face. And it just reminds you that don't give up. Don't quit. Keep going. Keep pushing. I tell people I wanted to do this on my own. I wanted to tread on waters and do this on my own. And right now I'm in a hot place. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm in a hot place. It is hot right now. I don't know if you can see the beads of sweat, but it is hot. But that's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. Any old other person to be like, man, it's hot as crap up here. I can't do this. See y'all later. Peace. I gotta go. But it pushes me because, like another person said, humble beginnings. Humble beginnings. So my message to you out there who, people who really don't have a fan base. And when I say a support system or a fan base, and, you feel that, you're doing this out of spite, or you just doing this just to be doing it, I want to tell you, keep grinding, keep pushing, and do your thing. And do your thing. it's surprising. It is so surprising, and it's so awesome that people will reach out to you. I said it. I said your best supporters are going to come from strangers. Your best supporters are going to come from strangers. You may think that, you know, your loved ones are going to hop on it. Your family are going to hop on it. They're the ones that's going to ask you 55 billion questions before they even look at it. You ever notice that? You know, you tell your family. Now, some of you have also and it's amazing. You know, I know people, families right now who, whatever they do, they are on it, and they go good. They go hard. You know, they are on it. They like, what time he come on? Hey, everything stops. once that live button, once he go live, just shut up. So-and-so was on. They go hard some family members go hard for family members. But then you have other family members that they don't even know what time the show start. Or they didn't even know you did it live. You know? And you can tell. You can definitely tell. You know, you got friends who the old how I used to say, the ones who, and then they blame it on Facebook. They say, "Oh, when did you go live? I didn't see it on your." Now, me back then would have been mad. Probably would have cut some people out. But me now, it's like, it's okay. It's cool. Because I know that if you're not watching, somebody else will. If you're not watching, somebody else will watch and they will appreciate it. If you're not watching, somebody else will watch and they will interact. They will comment. They will follow. And they will probably get about 2 or more people. But me back then was like, man, cutting people off, blocking people, or the whole shebang bang. But me now is like, I'm used to it. And what's so significant about this topic, you know, is you never know. You never know. You never know. I had a young lady on YouTube. Her name is, I don't even know her name. I'm sorry. And even if I did know her name, I'm not going to say her name. She just popped in one day and I was on live and she had commented. And, you know, every time when I go live on YouTube, she's right there. And she comments. She follows. Don't know this person from a can of paint. Don't even know how she look. And then you had a young guy from, I forget where he from. And I think I was doing the Clubhouse thing. And he came in and I asked him to be a part of the conversation, and he came right in and we talked like I knew him. Like I knew him from years ago when we just lost contact and we just been reunited. Your support is going to come from strangers. The people that are watching are strangers. Now, I'm not saying that strangers are a bad word, but they are the ones who's going to support you. They are the ones who's going to watch. They are the ones who's going to appreciate you. And in this documentary, I know I said I wasn't going to say anything else, but in this documentary, the thing was, you ever know how, all right, so you have this group of people and this group of people. I'm going to just name this group of people Group A, and the strangers are going to be called Group B. Group A is trying to figure out a way to capitalize on the things that they do for you. Meaning, okay, I saw you and I put this together for you and I presented it to you, but I had to get paid for it. You see what I'm saying? You ever ran into those people? You know, they do everything. They they roll out the red carpet, they pour the champagne for you, they get the glass for you, pour the champagne in your glass, they give you a napkin, they even wipe your mouth. But in all of that, they need to get paid for it. You didn't ask them to do anything. They did it on their own free will. They did it on their own free will. Now, that's Group A. Group B, they did the same exact thing, and they don't want nothing from you. They did the same exact thing. They poured the champagne. They got the glass. They poured the champagne. They wiped your mouth. They even wiped the dust off your seat so you could sit down and not have dirt on your butt. But they don't want anything from you. Strangers. Strangers are going to be the ones who look at you. They're the ones who's going to be looking at you, who's going to be commenting on your content, who's going to be showing up at your shows. Now, I'm not saying this to creep you out, because I know you're saying, well, damn, E-Digger, I don't want a stranger at my well, contrary to popular belief, they're the ones who's going to go hard for you. But you just think that your family, your friends, your significant other is the one that's going to do it. I'm here to burst your bubble. They're not. They're not. And that's the reality of it nowadays. Plenty of times I sat back and I said, I have yet to figure this thing out. And the whole time it was right in front of me that strangers are going to be the ones that's watching. Strangers are going to be the one that's supporting. Not your loved ones, not your family. I know people that I've gone to kindergarten with. I know people that I went to high school with. And you ever meet that friend, now that I'm on the subject, you ever meet that friend who always want to be included, but never includes you? They always want to be included, but never include you. Just as soon they go somewhere, gone. And then you look on social media, you got to find out one on social media. Then when you look on social media, they gone. And then when they get back, it's like, you should have said something. Well, I didn't know you had left until I looked on Facebook or Instagram. And then when you share the good news and how you doing your thing, and they all, gung-ho, congratulations, yippee-yi-yay, and blowing the horns and throwing the confetti. But just as soon you hit that live button, who's watching? And you can tell there's a way now. This technology, man. Whoo. God, this technology, you can tell who's watching and who's not watching. So when they come back and say, oh, yeah, I was tuned in, or after the fact, you watch the replay. You wasn't there live. But it's okay. Because while you're not watching, there's someone across the way who is too happy that you go live. Remember that, people. For those who are watching, and we in the same arena, those who are struggling with it. Now, other people, like I said, they don't have that problem. Their fan base is strong. You hit the live button, they are tuned in. Front and center. Popcorn, juice, juju beads, bonbons, all the whole nine. They are there. They are watching. Be quiet. I said that so-and-so was live. Well, part of that don't you want to? Okay, shut up. That's people watching your live. The fan base is strong in some of you. But others who are struggling, you don't have that luxury. But don't worry. They're watching. You may not expect it. You may not know. And I know some of you saying, well, how do I know that they watching? Well, probably get an email. You probably get a text message. You probably get a comment from a person that you don't even recognize. And that person is glad that you went live. They are happy and they want to see more. They want to see more of what you have to offer. And then it gets to the point, like I said, some people share. Share is not a bad word. Share. They share. They like your content. They commenting. Say, ooh, child, did you see so-and-so yesterday? I tuned in. I think you should tune in. I think you would like it. Now you got another person to watch. See, this is how this thing works. But the crazy reality is you would think that my family members would tune in. My significant other would tune in. My child would tune in. And then when you say it, you running it down, you breaking it down, somebody always have that solution, And then they start to bring in the analytics, the algorithms, as they may say. And they want to break it down and time out. All I'm asking is you just watch. That's it. You ever notice that? It's like every time when you start to talk about, people watching, people supporting, people commenting, doing whatever, people start to bring in the analytics, the algorithms, the hooliganisms, and the different. Save it. Save it. All I ask is that you tune in. That's all I ask. I don't need to know about the algorithms. I don't need to know about the analytics. This is what I have. Bringing it to you. That should be it. But don't worry. And this is the way it pisses some people off. People get pissed off by this. Because now they feel like, damn, he really don't care. When you hit them with, don't worry, somebody else is watching. Don't worry, somebody else will appreciate it. Don't worry, somebody else will comment. It's okay. You see, once they figure out that you're not pissed off no more, not ranting no more, it becomes a problem. Back then, when you was ranting and everything, it was a problem. Oh yeah, I heard, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. But now that you don't care, it's a problem. Because now they don't have that, that attitude, Now something's wrong. It's a problem when you don't care. So the next time you go live and you notice that your significant other don't tune in, you notice that your friends are not tuning in, You notice that your family is asking questions. When they come to you with all 55 billion questions, you simply look at them very seriously and say, don't worry, somebody else is watching. Hey, everybody, that is my time. I just want to say again, thank you. Thank you all for tuning in, watching, supporting. Those who would love to watch can watch every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here at the BS3 TV. Shout out to the good people at BS3 TV for having me again. Be a part of the show by commenting, sharing, liking. Go to YouTube and become a subscriber to Charm City Direct TV and BS3 TV. Great networks bringing to you great content. Shout out to everybody who is doing podcasts, who is doing live stream and broadcast. I salute you all. Until next week, of course, I holler at you when I smile at you. Peace.